guilty of seeing a few when I was last up there.
Let me give you a lift here.
Those guys weigh a ton.
They're pretty heavy. Oh, they weigh 20 to 30 pounds apiece. No, there haven't been any trumpeter swans in Colorado for about 100 years.
100 years?
That's right.
Well, I'm ready. Let's give them back. Well, let's do it.
All right. Oh, boy. You got yours, John? Oh, boy. Oh, what a beautiful sight.
All right.
Hey, isn't that something?
That's just beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Well, you like it there too, don't you? Look at that.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Lou, thank you.
Well,
I'm
thank
happy
you.
to be part of that, man. That's just great.
This is about the greatest moment in my life.
Ironically, the same qualities that make the trumpeter the magnificent bird that it is have also been its greatest liabilities. Its incredible 10-foot wingspan and striking chalk-white color against the blue sky have always made it an irresistible target for the hunter. But in fairness, the hunter doesn't deserve all the blame for its near extinction. The overhead wires and cables that are so much a part of 20th century life have caused more fatal collisions than 100 holiday weekends. Unlike a lot of people nowadays, a pair of trumpeters mates for life, and they return year after year to the same breeding ground to raise a new flock of young ones. A century ago, the trumpeters' nesting places ranged from Alaska to Indiana, but drought and drainage and the exploding human population have destroyed or made them unusable in all but a few places. When the first baby swan, or cygnet, as it is called, is hatched, the male takes it into the water. If there are other eggs to be hatched, the female stays behind on the nest. The family stays close together for the first 4 or 5 months until the cygnet is old enough to be on its own. Like most swans, the trumpeter has a strong sense of territory and will put up a big fight if an intruder appears on the scene. The sight of an osprey on the hunt triggers a whole series of reactions to protect the small cygnet. The first move is to not move, to freeze, to become as inconspicuous as possible. When the osprey continues to wheel threateningly overhead, one adult moves into the lilies as a diversion. The other goes to red alert, spreading its wings to protect and hide the young cygnet. The hungry osprey is not easily discouraged. Not until both adults are certain that the osprey is off to search for easier prey does the situation go back to normal. A centuries-old legend holds that a swan sings one final song as it dies. This swan song, as it is called, is most likely the sound made as the bird's last breath is exhaled through its long throat. With the trumpeter, we came dangerously close to hearing a chorus of swan songs. Hopefully, that tragedy has once and for all been put behind us. At the end of the Civil War, uncounted millions of bison, or buffalo as we call them, still roamed the Great Plains from Mexico all the way up to Canada. And then a gruesome slaughter began as ranchers and railroaders and hide hunters and meat hunters, who often took only the tongue of the animal, began slaughtering these creatures. In 1889, a census was taken, and we found out that there were only 541 of these creatures left on the planet. Out of millions and millions, only 541 remained. Some people saw the writing on the wall and got smart. They set up reserves where the few remaining bison could survive and live in peace, and as a result, they saved the species. Newborn calves are born a light red color, a fascinating defense against predators evolved over millions of years. To the color-blind predators, red registers the same gray color as green foliage. Against a green background, the calves are practically invisible. When the rutting season arrives, adult bulls begin challenging each other by locking horns in a test of strength. It never does much damage. One bull nearly always gives up before any blood is drawn.